Okay, continuing on, I think this is part 3 in a beta breeding tutorial for beginners. I'm going to teach you guys how to breed tons and tons of awesome fry just like these. So, the grow out tank, by the way, you don't want to transfer to a grow out tank until your fry are at least, 6 to 8 months old. If you can help it. If you have to, don't worry about it. Just transfer the way I showed you in the last parts, and not one of them will die or be injured. Even if you have to transfer the nest, not a single egg will fall out if you do it how I showed you. But you've got to get them into a bigger tank if you have the option. If you don't, okay, second of all, even if you don't, this is one of the most important things ever, is you want to breed in a 5-gallon bucket, or if somehow they end up being bred and the eggs get laid in a glass tank, you want to immediately take the nest full of eggs and put it into one of these, into a 5-gallon bucket. So what you want to do is, you cannot use a filter or even a sponge filter, which is the only kind you can use with fry, while they're in the nest phase and in the egg phase and in the that first 3 days. Because the bubbles from the filter and the water turbulence will rock the nest, and that'll cause eggs to fall out and whatnot. So the thing that you have to do, absolutely have to do, for the first 2 weeks from the day beginning the countdown, the day the eggs are laid, is you need to add 1/8, 1/4 at least of a gallon of new water. Make sure it's the same temperature. Keep it in your new water in the room next to the tank you're going to add it to, so that it's exactly the same temp. You do not want any even slight sudden temperature changes with your fry, or it will kill them. I mean, dead as disco very fast. So no rapid temperature changes, okay? But what you need to do is, you need to slowly add, 1/4 of a gallon, 1/8 of a gallon, every day, every 24 to 36 hours to your 5-gallon bucket. And in the beginning, you're only going to have a couple inches in there from spawning, and slowly as you add it, it's going to raise more and more and more. That does several things. Since you can't use a filter, that's the only thing you can do to dilute the water and make it healthy enough that it won't become poisonous from feeding your fry. And you've got to remember, a batch of fry is 500 to 1,000 little guys in there, breathing and eating and pissing and shitting and food particles and whatever. And breathing alone creates ammonia and toxins in the water. So to have 500 to 1,000 guys, even in a full 10-gallon tank, creates a lot of toxins relatively quickly. So by doing that, A, you're diluting the toxins and keeping them healthy to where none of them will die. B, you're slowly, gradually, as they're getting used to it,